Hello everyone, welcome to another speed drawing. This time we'll be doing a drawing that people may not know about at all because this character doesn't really exist. But this is the original design of Blaze the Cat. Probably most people know her as Proto Blaze, or Blaze the Prototype. So with Blaze Prototype design, it was mostly a black character, like a black cat, just in black flames. Of course, they changed this to her purple lavender self that we all know and love. But with this one, I thought we could do a speed drawing of Blaze the Prototype, but also take some creative liberties to create something new out of her. I plan on keeping the original design of Blaze, but just updating it with her more darker appearance. It just seems like at the time, Sega really was in their edgy phase. Shadow and Darius and this dark version of Blaze. But hey, that was an era, that was a time, and we moved past that. I think this design is still cool and salvageable. So it shows that there's a gem on her forehead. Actually, no gem on her forehead, but on her chest. I thought of keeping the gem on her forehead and the one on her chest. I think it is congruent with the design. Most of her body is like black flame, just dark and flamey. So I still want to capture that she's mostly flame, but still Blaze the Cat, just in a much darker form. Like if someone were to set her off and she's super angry, like you had to do something tragic, like maybe, I don't know, maybe you have to kill Cream or Silver and she turns into this. She just gets very angry and turns into this dark Blaze mode. Besides Prototype, I don't know what else to name this. Right now, I'm just thinking Black Smoke. But there's more to it than that because it's flames. What's also cool about the Prototype version of Blaze is that instead of red flames or orange flames, she has blue flames. I don't know if anyone's seen Hercule. Did I say Hercule? I made Hercules. Hercules, the movie. The Disney movie, I think. And Hades has the blue flames. Of course, when he gets mad and he gets hotter and turns into the reddish-orange flames. But the blue flames always seem so cool to me. So when I saw this design have blue flames, I just loved it. For this design, I'm also going to try a new tool that I never use in the program that I use to draw this stuff, which is Krita. I want to use the gradient tool, but I also want to use this magnet selection tool. Just to use it to see how it goes. And I like the results pretty much. The tool, the magnet tool for selections can be a little bit finicky, but I still enjoy it. Just gotta make sure not to go too far, but for some edges, or it may latch onto another edge that you don't want. Sometimes either they'll be too close or too far, but I'm making my way through it. It's first time, first experience, but I do love the results either way. Now you see for Blaze's eyes, it's those eyes of what have you done? What have you done? What have you done to Cream? Why is Cream so sad? She's in danger. Kind of getting like a Dark Sonic vibe. That's basically what I was going for. She has the eyes of, I'm a cat. I'm about to pounce on you. You're gonna regret it. I'm gonna scratch you up right now. Like she's about to go in full attack mode. Absolute full feral mode. And since, like I said, her design is mostly flames with this dark form, I'm going to utilize that blue, and I'm just going to flame her up around her tail everywhere. And again, blue flames are just so much cooler to me. And I am gonna mess around with her face. I thought of leaving her face kind of blank with no mouth, but I had to mess around. Look at it. There's so many possibilities you could do with this. It's so funny. And it gave me the idea, I'm gonna keep some of this, because I like the light blue neon mouth and eyelashes. So I am gonna keep that. Not that exact face, but I will use that later. So far, as I was saying before, she looks scary, but now, at this point, she just looks silly. But you gotta love it. You gotta love art. You just change it, completely change the mood from dark to light in an instant. So much expression. I love it. So I have this prototype Dark Blaze form, any pose that is coming at you. As I said before, she is ready to pounce, ready to launch at you, scratch you up, burn you with her blue flames. She's just prepared because you've done something heinous, you've done something so wrong. You just set her off the deep end. And I feel like Blaze, as a character, in the actual game canon, I think she's aware of this form. She's aware of her flames, and she sees herself as dangerous sometimes. And I think she sees herself as dangerous, and her flames can only cause destruction, when we all know that fire is life, and it's a beautiful thing. But Blaze is sometimes afraid of her powers. And I think this form could be the reason why she's afraid of her powers, because if she loses her self-control, she can break out into this very dark and heinous form. And frankly, I think Blaze is afraid of her powers in general. She was gifted but also cursed with the power of the flame. She doesn't want to hurt anybody, therefore she keeps to herself and she doesn't make friends. But in the end, that also hurts Blaze. It's quite a tragic thing. Such a young age, she has to take so much responsibility. She is guardian of the Soul Emeralds. Yet she feels she can't have any friends to help her along the way. And before I talk about more about Blaze, this magnet tool kind of ticked me off a little bit, because when I tried to make certain dots, it would sometimes not make the line anymore, and then just make dots in areas I didn't make dots. That's okay. It's a process. It's a process, and I still got through it. At some points, I did speed through it and maybe got sloppy. That's why I'm erasing a little bit of areas. Because at one point, I was like, you know what? Just make the shape and I'll buff out the edges later. But yeah, Blaze. Still a... Even though I could say, because I'm a millennial, I'm old, so I grew up with Blaze. As an old character, I still think she's still pretty new. Because I feel like we still know little about her. We know things about her dimension, and she's a princess and all. That's fine and everything, but we don't go too much into her backstory, nor do we explore Blaze's world that much, because the one that we really got to explore was in Sonic Rush Adventure. After that, we haven't seen Blaze since 06, and then she forgot about Sonic the entire time, or whatever happened with that. She just doesn't know. So, bleh. Whatever with that. But I would love to know more about Blaze, as I think she is one of the best and most interesting characters we could ever have in the Sonic canon. Let's get to know the purple kitty. Yeah, we're almost done here. I'm working on her ears because her tips did have the flames too. Looking all scary and everything. My computer just went out for a second there, but looks like I'm still going. That's good. Also, in the prototype design, she did have these red bands around her wrist before the flames. Same thing as her headband. I don't think she had the headband on her head in the prototype, but I just kept it. That's just a Blaze thing that I feel like that needs to be there. We're shining up her gem forehead and making her look shiny in all areas that need to be shined up. We're gonna make her, give her a little bit of shadow, bring some intensity to her design, bring some dimension to her shapes other than just flat color. But I do like the gradient of what happened with most of her like flame essence of her body. I kind of mixed it with that pinkish purple because I thought it would just look cool with the blue flame. It's got that nice neon look, just flows nicely all together. And I did give her like a little mouth, as in I'm not playing around, but there's still a mouth there to know that there's still one here. And there's like 2 dots on each side of her cheeks on her face. I just thought, why not? I like it, so I'm gonna go with that. I made her eyelashes the neon light blue. I was gonna add them before, but I'm like, I like them, so I just kept them that way. And for the rest of her eyes, around her eyes, the red is just flames. There's a lot of movement in her design here. So everything that's a flame would be moving, so that's why everything is inconsistent there. But also if you look at it, pretty consistent and looks coherent with everything. If I'm using that word correctly. But yeah, around her eyes flames, ears flames, shoulders flames, hair flames, wrist flames, tails flames. I'm flaming. Ankles flaming. As for her feet, look like she got black heels with red tips. So I believe that would just cover her as a mock-up around her regular body. She would just change into this form. You could say that it's maybe a form of corruption. But yeah, I really wanted to capture that. She's in beast mode. And also feral cat attack mode. Going to her eyes. A little soulless and tiny. Knowing that danger is right in front of you. We're gonna finish her off with some shading around her flaming eyes. And her ears. And we're just about done here. Add some flames of corruption for extra detail, and we are finished. Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed me talking over it and this beautiful, in my opinion, design. Do you guys think it's good? I think it's good. Lastly, comment down below if you want this corrupted dark blaze design to actually come back as an official design kind of power for Blaze, the cat, in the Sonic canon, or maybe as a brand new character entirely, brand new name, but is also a cat. Alright, comment down below. Thank you again for watching. See you all next time. Bye everyone. Take care.